Hi and welcome to the Impossible Emporium. I've been mucking around with geometry nodes for a little bit now, about a month, and I've been following Artisans of Vol's great tutorials on 3D printing and that sort of stuff, but he's been mucking around with geometry nodes probably a little while ago, I'd guess. Yeah, 10 months back. And he's instancing stuff to create roof tiles with various amounts of damage and stuff you can see there. It's, excuse me, really good, worth watching the tutorial. I'm building on that tutorial, so don't follow this, follow that first, then come back here and watch this. And I'm just going to cover what I did to his node tree to improve it so that I can clip off these end tiles. I'll show you precisely what I mean, because here I've just scaled the end tiles to bring them in. And my modification is all this stuff through here, but I'll go through it a piece at a time, starting with nothing. So first up, I need to select those end tiles. I need the index because I need to track which tile it is. And when you're dealing with indexes, if I go here and I just erase, come on, erase things. No, okay. Yeah, so this is tile 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we're back to tile 6. So all I'm doing is I'm taking the length of this, so it's a length of 3, so you can see that here over in my geometry node bit, and I'm doubling it. And then I take the modulo, and so that every time it hits 0, and I'm going to compare my index to 0, I'm going to go, oh yep, that tile off that end needs to be dealt with. So this part of the node tree is all I'm doing is I'm scaling tiles by half, and you notice there's a bit of a stuff here, but I'll do the corrections in just a sec. Whoops. Yeah. Anyhow, so take the length, double it, work out every division of however many my doubles are. So if I've got 10 tiles here, then it will work it out for me. So I'm being lazy with the maths. And so taking the index, and this node is actually not needed, so I'm going to hide it. So taking the index, comparing it with modulo to that, and if it equals 0, I've identified one of the two tiles, this row along here. Now, I also need to be able to compare 5, but this is based on however many tiles I have. Now, luckily, I've already calculated this with the number of tiles here, and this can actually just be a multiply. I'll get rid of that bit, and this one I'll just go Control X to hide or get rid of. So, make it a little simpler. So this bit, I have a total number of tiles, and it's one less than the total number of tiles. So if my modulo of here is equal to not 0, but whatever that number is, so here it goes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If it is equal to 5, it will go and say, oh, compare whatever you spit out from the index to 5, and that's the second tile set. And so both of these tiles, and this is the one that handles these ones, and this is the node group that handles those ones, allows me to adjust their position. And I'm only adjusting the position in this case because in both tile sets, and this is why I've used a Boolean OR here, all it does is say, hey, select those end tiles, and we'll just shift them in. So if I show you what I've done, this was the first sort of patch. I'm shifting them in an amount. Halving their size. So all I'm doing is like 0.5 on the X scale, and it's halving their size. Sorry about the truck outside. But I also need to identify individual tiles. So this is my top row, this is the bottom row, this is that one is that end, so this is that end. And then if I go here, this one, that's 2, I'll go A and B. So this tells me what A is, this tells me what B is. I combine the two to say all those tiles, let's shrink them. Now I need to actually bring them in, so I'll need to actually adjust their position. So luckily, Artisans of Vol's, he's put together his node tree, and this one here, coming out of the size of the tile, gives me the size of one tile. I need to then halve it, which is this operation here. And then, since I've got half a tile size, I need to bump along all my stuff. So in this case, this is the first tile setter. I'll show you precisely what that does. If I plug this one into the final result, come on, there. it brings those tiles in. So they're now half size, but they're brought in. And all I'm doing is shuffling them along a little bit in the X direction. You can see that there. And so this up here selects them, this adjusts their position. This second set, I need to push the other way. So I multiply it by -1, combine it with an XYZ, and then put it into the position. And you'll see the final result in here. Oops, there. Just pushes those in. It's a little simple modification to his setup, but as I said, go watch his video. This is just a little mod to make those tiles sort of blend in a little better because, as I said, I wasn't too keen on them sticking out around the edges. Now, thanks for your time.